जय राधा माधव हरि जय बिहार जय माधव जय गिरिवार जय श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, गौर भक्त की जय, गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजाता सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साधुसहितं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादा सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितं च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेशा गोपिका कान्ता राधाकान्ता नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 रामा राम राम हरे हरे। मुखं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्यईश्वरं। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशधारिणे। Okay, so we are continuing our teachings on Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to Srila Rupa Goswami. Yeah, this is the last. This is the last thing we did. Taha Vishtarite Hana Fale Prema Phala Ihamali Seche Nitya Shavanadi Jala. The creeper greatly expands in Goloka Vrindavan planet, and there it produces the fruit of love for Krishna. Although remaining in the material world, the gardener regularly sprinkles the creeper with water of hearing and chanting. So we were discussing about the the seed and then watering, crossing the universe, Brahman, Vaikuntha, Golok Vrindavan, shelter of lotus feet of Krishna, coil around. And then after going there, after it takes shelter of lotus feet of Krishna, then the creeper greatly expands. Now he starts becoming healthy. Till the time it's very thin. Now he starts developing fruits and becoming powerful. And then it produces the fruits of love of God. Till that time, no fruit. It's just a phase of progressing, very meager, but no experience, not real experience. But then the fruit comes when the mind takes shelter of lotus feet of Krishna in Goloka. Although remaining in the material world, the gardener regularly sprinkles the creeper with the water of hearing and chanting. So although we may be here in the material world physically, but it's going on. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Even that I fear it. यदि वैष्णव अपराधा उठे हाथी माता उपादे ना छिंदे तारा सुखी या पाता. If the devotee commits an offense at the feet of Vaishnava while cultivating the creeper of devotional service in the material world, his offense is compared to a mad elephant that uproots the creeper and breaks it. In this way, the leaves of the creeper are dried up. Mhm. So what happens if one commits an offense at the feet of a Vaishnava? Creeper uproots whatever it's growing, it breaks it. From where? From the root only. Yeah. And what happens if the creeper has gone all the way from here to Golok Vrindavan and now starts expanding also and take a shelter of lotus feet of Krishna. And then some offense happen, what happens? It breaks here only. Then if you there is a have you seen a have you seen like sometime one time it happened in our temple that Tulsi, she has bushes, some accident happened and one branch of Tulsi broke. Then the next day, all the leaves are like And so everything everything else is growing. But that part, that stem broke from the tree. And in 3 days, everything became like powder. Like सूख जाता है ना, hard powder. So that's what happens if there is lot of leaves and fruits are developing also. And if it comes out from the root, what happens? Then Mahaprabhu says, um, the leaves of the creeper are dried up. सूख जाता है. सूख गया मतलब, what is the water? Water is our nourishment. So सब सूख गया मतलब अब कुछ फील नहीं होता अंदर. ऐसा लगता है कि नाम के वास्ते कर रहे हैं, करने को टिक चिक मार्क हो रहा है पर होता नहीं. तो इसलिए दिस ऑफेंस टू अ वैष्णव इज कंपेयर टू हाथी मता, ये हमने कई बार सुना. सो व्हाट एलिफेंट डज इज, सूंड से ना वो कॉइल करता है, उसका अपरूट कर देता है. Yeah, with his coil, with his trunk, he coils around the tree or small plant, and then uproots it. That's his behavior. So that's why this is compared to uh, mad elephant.
Is Bata is sold or is it head for the Hatis?
Hatimata, mad. Hatimata means mad elephant.
Madam.
Uproots the creeper and break it. In this way, the leaves of creeper are dried up. It's not that it is lost, but for some time there is nothing. It goes to. It feels like everything is lost. But then when the offense is nullified, either it can be nullified either by begging forgiveness or it can be nullified by going through the struggle, either ways. And when we come back, then again it grows. It's not permanently lost. Krishna says anything advancement it cannot be lost permanently. But the struggle comes that time. Then all these material attachments comes back, material desires comes back, and life looks like, difficult to survive. Kind of that phase comes. Yeah.
One should always think of oneself as a servant of the acharyas. And thinking this, one should live in the society of Vaishnavas.
So Prabhupada says, how should we live in society of Vaishnavas? In the mood of servant of servant. I am servant, I am servant, I am servant. Then we are safe. It's nice, no? It's in a humble mood. But the thing is, whatever it takes to not displease devotees. See, chanting is already so difficult now. Already making progress is very difficult. On the top, if we displease somebody, it becomes even further difficult. So we want ourselves to be careful in our devotional creeper. We want to protect ourselves. How should we live in the society of Vaishnavas? In the mood of servant of servant.
If one thinks that he has become very natural and can live separate from the association of Vaishnava and thus give up all the regulative principle, due to the offending of Vaishnava, one's position becomes very dangerous.
But if one thinks now I'm good, now I'm mature, I don't need devotee association, I don't need other Gopijanabala Mandir, I'm good by myself. And then he's following the principles. Now he starts relaxing on following regulative principle. Then his position becomes very dangerous. Matlab, it's a matter of time. So one time when Mataji was telling that when we go away from devotee association, we think that I don't want to associate with devotee, but it is the result of a reaction. That desire to why to associate, what I'm okay, I'm doing my 16 rounds, I'm hearing, and home service also temple worship, and I'm associating with Prabhupada books. So why associate? Why go to the temple? Why here? Why serve? So if we think then that desire, so it is not that we lose the desire, it is Krishna take away that desire from us to associate with devotees. It is a reaction. All right, very great topic. Okay. So you can read, you can put this.
ताते माले यत्न करे करे आवरण अपराधाः स्थिरे अयेचे नाहये udgama. The gardener must defend the creeper by fencing it all around so that the powerful elephant of offenses may not enter.
So guarding basically be very careful with what whom we deal with, what we speak, how we behave. Be very careful. So fence it. You fence so you protect. So protect your bhakti. Let nobody lose it. What is that, Mataji? For garland?
Garland tomorrow, today came flowers. Exactly.
So you make garland for Tuesday?
So usually Wednesday, whichever one that is not available.
Yes. You read this? Neophyte devotee?
The neophyte devotee must be protected by being surrounded by pure devotees. In this way, he will not give the maddened elephant a chance to uproot its bhakti creeper.
So what do you think about this? Yes, Mita Krishna Prabhu.
Always do sadhusam.
Always?
Be in the association of devotees.
Then what happened? See, Prabhupada says, must be protected by by being surrounded by pure devotees. Always surround yourself by pure devotees. In this way, he will not give the maddened elephant a chance to uproot his bhakti creeper. Then offense won't happen. He will
The
not
offense
give.
was through Vaishnava.
Huh?
The offense was caused because of
The neophyte devotee must be protected by being surrounded by pure devotees. In this way, he will not give the maddened elephant a chance to uproot his bhakti creeper. So basically, the offense happens when pride comes in the heart. But when we are actually in the mood of serving, and our mood is that of service, we are okay. But like one time, I think Bhakti Charu Maharaj, Saraswati Thakur, he said, if you're not surrounded by pure devotees, then, or he says specifically, if you're not following our Guru, if you're not doing things for the pleasure of Guru, then we would like to become one. We would like to become one.
వస్తారుండమ్మా. ఉమ్.
It's visible now, Prabhu, right? As much as possible, agar jitna like what we hear, as much as required for service, we talk. What happen if we talk more than service? Huh? We will say something that will hurt somebody. जितना required है उतना बात करो, आवश्यकता नहीं, no need to talk more than required. Less word is safe actually, right? As much as possible. Okay. So the first business of a devotee is to give up the company of non-devotees. Give up the company of non-devotees. So how many of you have given up company of non-devotees? Given up company of non-devotees. Nobody has given up company of non-devotees. Well, if you just talk for your office, okay. What about this software? Yeah, this is done. This does. Okay, thank you. It won't
If some
contaminate
other topic comes up, right? We are working in the same office from 10 years. And you know the people. Someone will talk. Even before I was devotee always.
But we can be careful, Prabhuji.
Yeah, but still we are in the association of non-devotees. That's it.
How many of you have friends outside devotee circle? Friends.
Everyone.
You has friends for preaching purpose, okay.
As of, I mean, I don't think so anybody would really have the friends like for the hanging out and other things. Okay, just for the talk, just like for any work or something you need help outside the devotee community, right? So that's how I think so. Okay. Otherwise, it's not something like you have friends who with whom we go out and hang out and spend time and just go out like for movies and just go out for something else to do it.
Yeah,
Maybe.
casual friend means 10th class friends, engineering friends, diploma friends, just the close friends are there, but
Prabhupada says no.
Huh?
Prabhupada says no.
Honors we want to do, disconnect.
Do you need childhood friends? I mean, I'm totally disconnected. I mean, आप बोलोगे आपके आश्रम में है, but any ashram we don't need. Do you need?
So,
You need?
certainly.
Huh?
Certainly it is required. Because if I have to get it done something at my place, I can just call my friends and say, hey, can you just help me, my mother? Can you just do this one? Can you just take care of that one?
But here,
Otherwise, how will I do that all the
Yeah,
time if I don't have the
Yeah,
time?
that discrimination is there. Good.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
If it is only, if there is no casual talk, if it is only related to, Prabhu, I need help, can you help me? Okay.
But in order to maintain that, right, you have to at least
you have to
maintain.
if you don't talk, you just call and move them.
Suddenly, if you call them and ask, why are you calling now? They'll ask.
Yeah, if you don't call for 2-3 years and then suddenly call, it's like, okay. I mean, they might still do it, but
But really,
That's
it's
the last
required role. I mean, to be honest, it is required because outside the community, I mean, that's what I feel because something it has required that when I go there, okay, I get everything, okay, I get the, wait, I don't have any vehicle, okay, I need the vehicle, okay. Everything is arranged. Okay, they come and they pick up, but it is not something like we go and just spend time.
Who is this child? Whose child is this?
Haripriya. Haripriya.
Oh, मैं को कभी देखा नहीं ये बच्चों कहाँ से आए
he came after 6 months.
Huh?
Even you're all seeing after 6 months.
Nice. All right. I mean, I don't know much about it, so you all are the best judge. But I don't know how to address. But what scripture says, don't reveal your heart to them. Don't share your realizations with them. So just like Narad Muni says, as much as needed for service. The thing is, if you associate, something will change. I don't know how you are managing it.
No, I was just thinking that all when the childhood friends all get organized, I think even we had the in June function for the Sunday, right? We distributed all of my friends and relatives for the Bhagavad Gita books and other photo and other things. And those people are now reading the Bhagavad Gita, at least for
Yeah,
10.
that's why I said preaching is okay, Prabhu. For preaching's sake, association is okay.
At least they have the book, I think, whenever they get time or they're reading. And then they take out some from some local song. They
Okay.
started chanting. That. I mean, instead of they taking control on us and feeding or injecting something, then at least whatever you have, whatever you learn, at least impart to them.
I think when we talk, I think we will feed something with our friends.
Then how do we understand Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is telling Asat Sang Tyag Hi Vaishnavachar?
That is
Correct, right? I mean, I'm not speaking something which is not Shastrik.
no, that's the one.
Right.
That's
For me personally, I have that realization. Talking to them, it will actually take me back. So whenever I get a call, I like disconnect the call as much early as possible. Just talk what is required. What is there.
Just
And
only do
try to
that.
minimize
Okay.
it, but even with that, there is a realization, we have to, because the more you talk is like unnecessarily I'm trying to convince him, trying to justify why I'm, doing some things and all those which I
As per,
have tried and then it's like,
as per Srila Prabhupada, if we are not careful with non-devotee association, we will commit offenses. I mean, I don't want to say no or go against you, but at the same time, I have to speak what Mahaprabhu and Prabhupada is speaking. Knowingly or unknowingly, offenses will happen if we associate with non-devotees. Rupa Goswami says better to associate with an alligator than non-devotees. There are what are the 6 things Rupa Goswami says which are not favorable for bhakti?
Okay.
And then
Yeah.
huh?
Prajalpa.
Prajalpa then and then Jana Sangha. जन संग में क्या होगा ना, प्रजल्पा होगा. आप जन संग से कृष्ण की बात कर सकते हो क्या? प्रजल्पा करोगे, प्रजल्पा भी हो गया, जन संग भी हो गया. रूपा गोस्वामी से षड्बीर भक्ति विनश्यति, विनाश होगा भक्ति का. सो आई कैन नॉट स्पीक एनीथिंग विच इज नॉट शास्त्रिक जस्ट फॉर लोक विहार. लोक विहार मतलब हाँ it makes sense, so I will compromise. I cannot compromise the principle for lok vihar. I have to speak what Goswami say. आप एग्री करो ना करो वो आपकी इच्छा हो, प्रिंसिपल तो यही है, भक्ति का विनाश होगा, आपकी भक्ति आगे नहीं जा पाएगी. आप बोलो कि नहीं नहीं दिस श्यामानंद इज इम्प्रैक्टिकल, आप बोल के छोड़ दो, 10 साल बाद आपको रियलाइज होगा कि श्यामानंद व्हाट वाज ही वाज सेइंग इट मेक्स सेंस नाउ. जब रूपा गोस्वामी बोल रहे हैं कि इन 6 चीज से भक्ति का विनाश होगा, तो होगा. और आपके लिए सबसे व्हाट इज मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर अस? Bhakti is most important. Back to God and Jadhav. We have to develop love for Krishna. That is where we will become happy. है ना? Can we? Do you find happiness in a satsang? If you find happiness in talking to non-devotees, your position is very dangerous. His Holiness Sadhana Swami Maharaj says, when you talk to non-devotees, you should feel like distaste. When will I cut the phone? Somebody calls non-devotees. It is not connected to Krishna. There is some kind of mental agitation if it is not Krishna Katha. Like you said, you want to get rid of that. And then when you cut the phone, you feel good. That's a sign you are making progress too. That's a sign you don't want to, but for the sake of service or for the sake of whatever, जैसे आप बोले कि काम करना, that's different thing. But if you're finding taste, and if you're hankering, looking forward to associate with non-devotees, or oh my friend, so dear friend, and they're not devotees, what will you talk if it is not Prajalpa? Am I right or no? What do you think? What will Prajalpa do? Determination for devotional has become weakened. Determination weak होगा आपका in bhakti. You associate with fire, you will become like fire. Then you will be driven to serve Krishna. Otherwise, time will be wasted. Time waste होगा. Isn't it time waste actually? There is Prajalpa, there is Jana Sangha. So how can I justify? है ना? Now it does not mean कि office में somebody says we have to do this. Hey, my manager, go away. You are a satsang for me. Then now we are taking to one extreme end. That's not what I'm saying. But we are freely talking and interacting, and we like. Then we are on a satsang type. है ना? A devotee has to be discriminative and mature. Where to deal, how much. One of the quality of devotee is grave. Like no free loose talk. How, who, he. For what? What do you get from there? You get only one thing. Your mind will be agitated. You want to talk more. And your fire of bhakti में पानी पड़ेगा. You will add water to the fire. And then when you chant, that will come. Correct or not?
That's true.
It
In
will
relation
happen.
To that, I was thinking, how about the relatives? How about the parents? How about the other people? Because they are not devotees.
Make it Krishna conscious, Prabhu. Try your best.
No, that will do it. It depends on them. But we just even control to talk to them or stop
If it is relatives, far relatives, and if they're not interested in Krishna,
sisters, so not for sisters, brothers, their sons. How do we do that? How do we handle that?
I mean, whenever I speak, I try to bring some topic of Krishna somehow or other. If it does not come, after 1 minute, I say with a smile, thank you. But I won't talk. Prabhu. I don't want to talk what is not connected to Krishna, Prabhuji. It doesn't matter if it's a relative or not. It is asatsang. I mean, I'm little strong now, but the thing is, what is relative? Lok vihar hai ye. What is relative? Srila Prabhupada said list of names. By karma, people come together, by karma, they can live together. I mean, I'm surprised. I ask everybody, raise your hands. And you're like, no, Asifag is needed. I'm like, अरे यार, 10 साल कुछ फायदा नहीं हो. अभी भी ऐसा संग ही नहीं. And now we are initiated devotees. Initiated devotee, Prabhupada said, but initiation means my only goal is Krishna. Why Guru is needed? You hear Guru Maharaj lecture, see Guru Maharaj approves that. You see Prabhupada approves, you see Mahaprabhu approves, you see Goswami is approved. What did Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, what did they do after they came to Vrindavan? I mean, when I go there, sisters come. My first question to them, are you chanting? They stop coming now. Thank you. Now some of them, they come, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Even my brother, Gaurangi, she's afraid to talk to me. She's actually bold, actually. But now she's chanting 6 rounds. And then we have only 1-2 minutes. She knows I won't speak if it is not connected. Now you may think you are in announced order. No, it doesn't matter upon the ashram. These instructions are not, Rupa Goswami is not telling Krishna consciousness only for sannyas order, brahmachari order, vanaprastha order, not for grihastha ashram. Principle is the same. What do you think? Sorry, you think that? I think that. I think kind of that.
But now, nowadays, no time for me to pass it.
That is great. No time. That is what is needed.
No
time.
time actually. I mean, to be honest, I mean, that's the Charuprabhu said.
No time because of work.
Not
Not that we are too busy.
No, it's actually either you do it service or work, or it is your service,
Everything,
your chanting,
service, everything. Yeah.
you're just you're sleeping. That's
I
it.
mean, that's all perfect. I'm just addressing the point because I got some other feeling than what I was expecting. And that's why I started speaking on this topic. If you say, yeah, no time to associate, then I won't bring this topic. You only said this is what we are doing. Now I have to speak this.
It is not something every day. The only thing is like, as I said, I think when it is something is required, or if you have something that you need any support or anything, okay, you talk to them, or friends, okay, when you go there, you talk to them. And if you have relatives or something, or they come, and it is their problem, or if I need something again, and we talk again. She talks always, I think, with her sister. The only thing is that they talk even morning and evening, whatever they talk only about this.
About
How-
Krishna.
About Krishna. How
Yeah,
did
they
you
talk
do the
about-
class? How did you do that? All those things. But in my case, I mean, to be honest, okay, we talk, okay, there's family problems, okay, how do we do all those things? Okay, what are the things going on? If my mom is there, then what are the things she needs? Did you go there? Did you help her? I mean, okay, I can tell them that, okay, you can chant, but okay, my whoever listens, okay, I can tell
Who
them
don't.
that, okay, do the chanting. My mom, okay, she's doing the chanting, okay, 16 hours.
So those things are okay. See, for example, my mother health is good. Prabhu, can you buy this medicine for her? No, that needs to be done. That is not really a satsang. A satsang means you are finding some taste in talking. You look forward to talk and make a relationship. Understood? Now there is danger is there. You are smiling very well, looks like. So there has to be a distaste. I mean, if it is needed for service, okay, Prabhuji.
That's what I think. It's if you know that how to draw a line, I think that would be. I think it makes. It doesn't really make any difference. Well, okay, you know that. Okay, I should not cross that border. Okay, this is my limitation. This is what is my required, and whatever our acharya is told. Okay, don't go beyond.
Okay. Anything else on this topic?
We call our parents with my mom, even if we don't preach it or not. But it's like it's reading. Something other than very responsible.
But how long is the talk?
It depends what they say. I don't initiate.
But she's a devotee. She's a devotee, right?
We chant. But that is of course also I will tell her every day chant.
See, recently, mother called and she was telling something. She's very nice devotee. But 20 minutes, she spoke or something. After 20 minutes, when she spoke, I said, Mom, does it help you? She said, no. Does it help me? She said, no. Is it about Krishna? No. And then I told her, let's not have this conversation again. She was like, "No, but if you, as he said, draw the line. If you don't draw the line, you allow the line to be pushed away. You really have to draw the line." Then I talked to my brother. We spoke 1.5 hours. And it was about this question. How do we understand? 2 hours is a joy. But then every time mother speaks, always we speak on something related to Krishna. We never speak on anything not connected to Krishna. But then it's a relationship is going on. But previously, I would talk with my mother for 1 minute. Now I don't mind 45 minutes also because Krishna is there at the same time. No problem. And how it comes, you have to mold it. If अगर कहीं दाल नहीं गल रही है तो दाल को हटाओ गल नहीं रही है. But then otherwise I don't know what to speak. And I don't want to hear things that does not connect to them also. Many times the talk does not connect to them also. But just that talk is going on. This is called ग्राम कथा. ग्राम कथा मतलब ग्राम के बारे में बात हो रही है. Talking about the ग्राम. So Mahaprabhu says ग्राम में कथा ना कही बे, ग्राम में कथा ना सुनी बे. Mundane gossip बोलते हैं इसको. It's mundane, right? Because it's not connected to Krishna, it's mundane. So Prabhupada says if you just do 2 things, Krishna will be in your grips. What are those 2 things? What does Mahaprabhu say to Kurma Brahmana how to become a devotee? जारे देखा तारे कहा या वो बोले जारे देखा तारे कहा ग्राम उपदेश. कभी सुनो जारे देखा तारे कहा क्या कहा कृष्णा उपदेश. Always chant and speak about Krishna. Prabhupada says sincere. ग्राम्य कथा अच्छा नहीं है. But then if somebody is sick, you have to, like Prabhuji said, take care of medicine of mother. Have to be taken care. Yes, ma'am. You want to say? You raise your hand.
I don't know, but it's difficult with parents. We can manage. We can manage parents. Family
Parents are still okay, man. Mother, father, okay, but we still we keep in mind and we try to direct the call in some way or the other. And if something is not right, then it's okay to tell them this is not right because we have that relationship. Huh? Then we can say this is not right.
Because we are the only people, they can share their feelings, like what is their, they feel a lot about it, they start sharing something.
We should hear. We should hear.
That is the,
If it's about them and their problem, okay. But if it is about Gramya, what is happening there, what is happening there, what does it matter to you?
So most of the thing is only the problems with it. And if they share, because this is what's happening, this is what's going on at home. That's how it is the family matter selves. वहाँ पे कुछ हो रहा है, यहाँ पे कुछ हो रहा है, I don't see anybody is really.
Chalo,
So that's it.
just be discriminative. Yes, in general. Okay. You were reading, right? Last paragraph. Last paragraph finish.
A so-called pure devotee, however, commits a great offense by giving up the company of pure devotees. The human being is a social animal, and if one gives up the society of pure devotees, he must associate with non-devotees.
Asatsa. Think about it. Prabhupada says a human being is a social animal, and if one gives up the company of pure devotees, he must associate with non-devotees. आपको बोलना तो है, आपको संग तो करना है. अगर आप शुद्ध भक्त से नहीं बात करोगे, बोलोगे नहीं, if you're not talking to them, then you will talk to non-devotees.
To make more friends.
Oh, that's why I'm saying devotee circle, the community, big circle. And it's a society of devotees. See, the human being is a social animal, and if one gives up the society of pure devotees, he must associate with non-devotees because we are social by nature. We cannot be alienated from the society. But if we are not making connection in devotee association, then we must associate with non-devotee. We have to do something, right? We have to talk to somebody, share our somebody. But best is if we can try and desire a devotee association. Okay, any discussion? It seems like very strange discussion.
Completely
Unexpected.
deviated from the.
मतलब
दो तीन slide ही हो गए हैं.
Okay. I think this was Mahaprabhu's desire. Yes. Next, please. We were going like this, but we never went that side. We'll come after. Yes. Please. Yeah. Okay.
Even if one thinks that there are many pseudo devotees or non-devotees in the Krishna consciousness society, still one should stick to the society. If one thinks the society's members are not pure devotees, one can keep direct company with the spiritual master. And if there is any doubt, one should consult the spiritual master.
So somebody may think pure devotee society is full of neophytes. So what does Prabhupada say? Still stick with the society. Even if society is full of neophytes, still stick with them. And if you're still not convinced, then consult the spiritual master. But try not to find your association outside the circle of devotees. Mataji, will you follow this? You follow? Trying to follow. Yeah. Please make your association within the society. Associate with the devotees. Okay, is this good? I mean, theoretically understood. And then take your time. Take your time to work on it. Let the work be in progress.
By associating with non-devotees, one breaks the regulative principles and is thereby lost.
Prabhupada says if you associate, some regulatory principle will start breaking eventually. Prabhupada previously said, if you associate with non-devotees, offenses, you will commit offenses. And then you will start breaking the regulatory principles also. तो बचा क्या? ऑफेंसेस हो रहे हैं, प्रिंसिपल ब्रेक हो रहे हैं, हाउ विल यू सर्वाइव? दिस इज द इफेक्ट ऑफ असत्संग. Everyone seems to be very surprised with this topic. Here's some comments. Here's some comments.
No, it's okay.
No, sir. Okay. Next one you read? Not yet.
किंतु यदि लकार संगे विपाक बुद्धि निष्ठि वांछा यथा असंख्य paralekha. Sometimes unwanted creepers, such as the creepers of desires for material enjoyment and liberation from the material world, go along with the creeper of devotional service. The varieties of such unwanted creatures are unlimited.
Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is trying to teach us the principle of Shuddha Bhakti. So sometime it happened, we are practicing devotional service, and likewise, our desire for material enjoyment is also increasing. And desire for impersonal liberation. I don't think for us impersonal liberation is a problem, right? For most of us. But this material enjoyment is a big topic for us. We simultaneously want to enjoy this world and we want to do bhakti. So now Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is telling, carefully avoid watering the weeds. What is the weed? Weed is, I want to do bhakti and I want to enjoy simultaneously. Then Mahaprabhu is telling, this will choke up your bhakti. Clear? Principle is clear? I know. And how many such unwanted creepers are there? Unlimited creepers. No, actually, we take shelter of our enjoyment. And if somebody asks us to give up those enjoyment, we become unstable. How will I live without that enjoyment? This is life. How will I live without that enjoyment? How many of you like to eat nice palatable food? Anybody like to eat nice? Imagine if, suppose I was thinking one day, it's my personal. I mean, no surprise, very foreign sorrow. I take shelter of breakfast. Nice breakfast. And I was thinking, what if I stop taking shelter of this and let the bhakti continue uninterrupted? After morning program, then go to Bhagavata. In between, do it just for the sake of, if hunger is there, eat just for the sake of maintaining the body and continue taking shelter of bhakti and then bhakti and then bhakti. But after some bhakti, now I want to take a break and now I want to take shelter of some kind of enjoyment, what I like doing, which is not bhakti. That makes bhakti interrupted. Krishna says, what can satisfy the self? Ahituki apratihata ye atma suprasiddhati. When the bhakti is uninterrupted. So what we do while doing bhakti of Shravanam Kirtanam, we water the weeds also by seeking for some pleasure and some bhakti. Now take break from bhakti. One Mataji said, oh, after some time I need to watch some comedy shows. Some comedy shows. This is too much. I really need a break, so I watch some comedy shows. Because you really have to pray to Krishna Mataji. You are in dangerous position. If you don't work on this, it will devour you. It will start from one to another to another. But giving a leverage. Sometimes I feel like light moment. That means it's a lack of sincerity. Okay, I'm not yet fully committed. But okay in the beginning, but we want to get there, right? That's why Mahaprabhu is sharing the importance of weeds, how the weeds will also grow. And if you're not careful, not to water the weeds means don't water the weeds. Otherwise, the weed will choke the bhakti. Watering the weed means encouraging them. Then what happens? Lust is unlimited, right? It will just keep growing, growing. So we have to choke it, wither it, then and grow the bhakti simultaneously. This is very heavy. But does that make sense? That है ना? And then work in progress. Try, work in progress. So the varieties of such unwanted creepers are unlimited. I think. Samir Prabhu, you read, right? Yes. Nanda Gaur.
Some unnecessary creepers growing with the bhakti creeper are the creepers of behavior unacceptable for those trying to attain perfection. Diplomatic behavior, animal killing, mundane profiteering, mundane adoration, mundane importance, all these are unwanted creepers.
So what are those? One is Nishiddhachar. Achar means behavior. Like, and Nishiddhachar Prabhupada says breaking the 4x on a simplistic way. Then if we purposefully do that, then there is Kutinati. Kutinati means, you know what does the word Kuti means? You heard about Kutila? So what does Kuti means? Cunning or diplomatic purpose is theirs. Behavior unacceptable for those trying to attain perfection. Diplomatic behavior. What does diplomacy means? Duplicity. What does duplicity means? Duplicity, or what does diplomatic behavior means?
Inside one,
Inside one, outside. Means check yourself. 1 p.m., 2 p.m., 3 p.m., 4 p.m., 5 p.m., 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then sleeping hours is actually there. Then morning. Anytime. Is my activity conducive for bhakti or not conducive for bhakti? And if it is not conducive for bhakti, then we want to work on that. It's tough. I mean, but the thing is, now we are all initiated devotees, right? Most of us. At some point of time, want to practice it, what Mahaprabhu is telling me. So one is Nisiddhachar, one is Kutinati, and Jiva Himsana. Jiva Himsana means animal killing. Himsa. Then Labh, mundane profiteering. Puja, adoration, respect. Pratishtha Adi, mundane importance. All these are unwanted creatures. So continue. Okay. Kutinati. You read Kutinati?
breaking through the Kutinati or diplomatic behavior cannot satisfy the Atma. So it cannot even satisfy the body or the mind. The culprit mind is always suspicious. Therefore, our dealings should always be straightforward and approved by Vedic authorities. If we treat people diplomatically or duplicitously, our spiritual advancement is obstructed. It is means to an end, ways for a king or leader to get what they want.
It's very dense, Sir Prabhupada. These are very long topic. And Mahaprabhu is telling carefully avoid the weeds. Don't water the weeds. Otherwise, they will choke bhakti eventually. It cannot be visible now. So, Kutinati or diplomatic behavior cannot satisfy the Atma, the soul. This is correct, right? We can never be satisfied with Kutinati or diplomatic behavior. It cannot even satisfy the body or the mind. Actually, there is happiness nowhere. Cannot satisfy the body or the mind. It's just a feeling only. But there is no happiness. The culprit mind is always suspicious. Therefore, our dealing should always be straightforward, approved by Vedic authorities. What does straightforward feeling means? See, if we are not straightforward in our dealings, means we are trying to hide something. When we are trying to hide something, means we are guilt of something. If you're not guilty of anything, you will be straightforward in your behavior. Only if you are guilty within your heart, you will not be straightforward.
If you know that is wrong. It's clear.
That is a weed. So Prabhupada says therefore our dealing should always be straightforward and approved by Vedic authorities. We can be very straightforward. Yes, I am a thief, but then it's not approved by Vedic authorities. Our dealing have to be straightforward. Not straightforward means I'm guilty. But if I'm guilty, then I should come out of that guilt. Okay. So this is all Kutinati. If we treat people diplomatically and duplicitously, our spiritual advancement is obstructed. If we treat people duplicitously. And why we want to be duplicitous now is because we want to hide ourselves.
Sometimes they will make it, like fake it until you make it. So that people should be looking.
Well, that is favorable to bhakti. No? Like, it's not something I'm trying to hide. It's something I don't want. Like, for example, I don't like chanting, but I'm really trying to chant. And I'm really chanting as if I really want, but I'm not feeling anything inside. So it's like I'm faking it, or say you're not humble, but you are faking to be humble. No, Prabhu. It's required. It's authorized by Vedic scriptures. We want to be like that, but we are trying to be humble. So we are faking it, although internally, but then that will give us. But duplicity is negative. The word we use, faking to making it, is positive. We want to make advancement.
Two ways of looking at it.
Huh?
Two ways of looking at this. One is if we want to make it, another is we want to have something else also being made.
So if we want to act humble so we can be respected, then this is a weed. है ना? So one should be straightforward in one's dealings. But sometimes not being straightforward is okay for the sake of serving Krishna. Not being straightforward like Vamsivilas Prabhu, you are this is your first time coming in program. Just chant one round, and if you just chant one round, it is sufficient. You can do everything. We don't say anything to anything you do. Just add pressure whatever you do. Then we say whatever you're doing, give that up also. But in the beginning, we say just add pressure, no need to change anything. Then we say change your entire life. Give up everything that you are doing now and just serve pressure 24 hours. Correct, right? But the beginning, we say no need to change anything. So this duplicitous. We are not straightforward, but that is favorable for Krishna consciousness. You tell them day one, they will never come again. So we have to be duplicitous, but not straightforward because of selfish motive, selfish guilt. That is kutina. Sir, some question. Clear? Nobody is speaking anything, so I don't know what you are getting inside. It's just one-way communication. No feedback is coming. Hashini Mataji. Okay. Stable? Everything is stable. Okay. So Kutinat is clear. Duplicitous behavior. Why duplicitous behavior arise? Why duplicitous behavior arise? Because
Selfishness.
because we are aware of our mistake. And now we want to hide our mistake. So we become duplicitous. This we should avoid. This is Kutinat. This is one of the weed. So we are growing in bhakti. Now everybody respect as Shyamananda Krishna. Inside, I'm guilty of something. Say. And then I'm trying to hide myself. Then I'll be incriminated. If I'm trying to hide. That's one of the quality of devotees, honest. Prabhupada says if you are duplicitous, Prabhupada says If we treat people diplomatically or duplicitously, our spiritual advancement is obstructed. Okay. Means to an end, ways for a king or leader to get what they want. This is duplicitous also. Like if you're a leader or a king, or if you are somebody, whoever you are, and you want to achieve a goal, and you are thinking how to get to what I want. This is what I want. I don't want any obstruction, what I want. So what means I take? So I act duplicitously, so I actually get what I want. My goals are clear. Those goals are not based on conscious. And I want to get to that goal. And whatever means I take, this is Kutinati behavior, diplomatic behavior. Because purpose is me, purpose is not Krishna. I am the center. I'm like you want some prasad, you say, today I think Krishna likes pizza. Giving an example, it can go very great, but this is duplicitous. Why? Oh, Prabhu, Krishna wants pizza. Krishna wants or you want pizza? Krishna wants pizza. So this duplicitous. Ways for a king or a leader to get what they want and not being straightforward. This is Kutinati. Okay, any questions so far?
Most of the time we don't take 100%.
Devotion. That is okay. It's not Kutinati. If you're not, see, Kutinati means we are guilty and we're using duplicitous mean to hide ourselves. Or we're using some means to get what we want. But think like I don't have devotion. And then if you say, Prabhu, I cook, but I have no devotion for Krishna, this is straightforward. We are not guilty of not being pure. Correct, right? So straightforward is perfect. And we always say, I asked Jai Krishna Prabhu, Prabhu, you are doing such, I mean, this weekend we were in New Vrindavan. I asked Jai Krishna Prabhu, Prabhu, you are doing such great service in New Vrindavan. Prabhuji said, I am just a very fallen soul with lot of mercy. I'm just a very fallen soul with lot of mercy. What I'm able to do is just mercy of devotees. But if you ask about who I am, just a very fallen soul. Lot of mercy. And that is nice. All right, Kotinat is clear. And then Nishiddhachar is clear. Nishiddhachar is breaking four regulative principles. Your achar is Nishiddha. Your activity, your behavior is Nishiddha. Nishiddha achar and Kutina.
Sometimes I know like, say example, for a doctor, someone. So sometimes instead of finding fault, like maybe we had a chance to feel that blame others like that.
That is most of the time the case. We blame others because the fault is in me. Is that your question or comment?
But we have to identify that.
Yeah. If you see fault in others, the moment you realize I am seeing, then we should check it.
Like, suppose non-devoted situation, something like that. So, it is like, I think like chanting is the only thing, like whatever path I am following, maybe they might be chanting, they might be worshipping, not atheist. But still, like the way by associating that, like we do think that, like by talking to them, maybe I got infected. Instead of finding fault on us, on me, like maybe we will have a chance to keep ours is higher position and then like instead of correcting ourselves, like we will go down.
Yes. That's a question, right?
How to
You got the answer? No.
yeah, but by doing like this, like we do kind of like sometimes instead of like finding ourselves, like finding faults, like we may have a chance to find faults more on others, like how to overcome.
Like instead of finding fault in ourselves, we are finding fault in others. And how do we overcome that? Well, we have to see if the fault is good or not. Prabhupada says to call somebody a thief is okay. I always say that. So a doctor, when he sees somebody having cancer, then he thinks, okay, how do I bring this person out of the cancer? So there finding fault is okay. For example, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also found fault in many. Like how he found fault in Vallabha Bhatta, because Vallabha Bhatta was proud. So in a way, wherever he saw the fault, Mahaprabhu was rectifying it, rectifying. He was correcting devotees. Ante Lila deals a lot with rectifying devotees. But if it is not for the sake of betterment of somebody, if the purpose is not somebody's progress, if the purpose is just my false ego, then it's a problem. Just because I want to feel myself better than others, then it's a problem. But to actually, if something is there, and if you want to work on it, for example, your child, and he just does not behave properly, then to rectifying him is not a fault. It's your love for the child. But if you feel, see, I'm better than this child, and then it's a negative emotion. All right, answered. Okay, it's 8 o'clock. So we'll end with Nishiddhachar and we'll continue Jiva Hamsana, Labh, Puja, and Pratishtha. They're big words. And this topic will continue for at least 1 or 2 more weeks, the weeds, because Mahaprabhu speaks a lot about this. Srila Prabhupada ki Vanchakalpatarudesha Kripa Sindhi Vacha Paditanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnava. Anubhati Vaishnava. So somebody would like to sing Nashing Arti. So Gopal bro, आप गई. Going to sing? Yeah. लिरिक्स माता जी क्या करे प्रभु जी, अभी वो लिरिक्स मांग रहे हैं नशिंग आर्ट. भक्त सिंह भगवान की जय, भक्त श्री प्रहलाद महाराज की जय, श्री प्रभुपाद की जय।
Thank you very much, Prabhuji. Dandavat Pranam. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mama. Narendra.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna. And Nandri Babu, you could also join. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Pranam.